All right. So thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, leaders, coaches from all over India and outside India. Thank you very much for joining this program. And this is called The Art of Intention Living. The reason for coming up with this program was a couple of days back, leader Said Muhammad, he came up with the morning quote because I always watch his morning quotes. And one of the quotes was all about why, the power of why. And I'm a great believer and a great follower of why, or what you call as the reason, or why do you do what you do. So when I got that quote, I just responded back to him and he said that, Sensei, if it's possible, would you be able to talk about this? I said, yes, why not? I can talk about it because I got a lot of topic, I got a lot of subject on that particular matter, and I'll just take care of it. And he was traveling to Palakkad from Chennai. So he said that once I'm back, I'll give you a call. And that's how this is happening here right now. What you're going to see is a very small part of a big big program, a very small tiny part of it, which I would like to share with you. Now, how is this going to work? I'm going to show the PowerPoint presentation. I'm quite sure that you won't be able to see me. Don't imagine this is a recorded version because I'm reading from the chat. So we'll be having an interaction on the chat. And after the session is over, it's going to be not that long. And after the session is over, you can ask me any questions about the presentation, or you can ask me anything which can help you in identifying your why and so forth. Okay, so and is that okay with all of you? If it's clear, I want everyone to go and type CC, crystal clear, in the chat, please. Be active in the chat. It's going to be a very short presentation. Thank you very much, Haris. Thanks a lot, Umais. Thank you very much, Anzal. Thank you very much, Najib. Thank you very much. All right, so let's begin. No more waiting for anyone. So have you ever wondered, now this is something that we all see in our life, and we sometimes get this shock, why is this happening in the world, that people get stuck in their life, in different areas of their life, whether it is their profession, whether it is their education or business or anywhere, they get completely stuck. Why do they get stuck? There are people who are highly talented, educated, good mark scorers in the schools, colleges, and so forth. But once they grow up, they are no more the same little young kids that they were once upon a time. They get stuck in life. Then there are people who are stuck in a particular job or with a good skill. They're highly talented and skilled, but they are stuck in their life. They don't move forward. There are people who are not much skilled like them. However, these people, they get completely stuck. The question is, why do they get stuck? There are also people who are having a lot of experience, 5, 10, 15, 20 years of experience, but they don't move from the seat that they are sitting. They may be working in the same organization, the same department for X number of years, and there would be juniors who join in and they move forward and they go to the next level. But these people, they never ever move forward. The question is, what is stopping them? If you take professionals, now if you move on to business, the same thing happens. Yeah, the business is running. For 10 years, the business is running, but there are new businesses which comes in that flourish, but you are in the marketplace, but you do not go forward. Always understand that if you are into business, I know that there are a lot of business men here, business women over here. One thing we need to understand, your business depends upon you. Your business does not depend upon your product. Let me just make that very, very clear. Your business does not depend on your product. Your business does not depend upon your service. Your business does not depend on your team. Your business does not depend on the marketplace. It does not depend upon where you are. It all depends upon you. Because if you can change your mindset, your business will change based on your mindset. If I want to know your culture, I just have to get into your office, and looking at the culture in your office, your organizational culture, I can tell you what type of culture you have in yourself. Your business is just you. It's your baby, it's your product. If you want to grow your business, you must grow first. How many of you agree to that? If you want to grow your business, you must grow first. If you want to get onto the ladder of working professional, then you must be the first person to grow mentally. If you do not grow mentally, then you will never grow in your business. You will never grow in your profession. You will never grow in your education. You will never grow in your family. You will never grow anywhere. Everything starts from you. My teacher, John Maxwell, says, the rise and fall of everything is based on leadership. And if you are not a leader, If you don't think like a leader, if you don't interact like a leader, if you do not act like a leader, then I'll tell you, whoever you are, it doesn't matter what education background you have, it doesn't matter what title you have, whether you are the CEO of a company, it doesn't matter. It's not going to make any sense. It's all about richness in your mind. Richness is not about being rich financially. Richness is even if you are in the lowest level of your finance, but still, if you have the positive mentality that I'm going to make it, that's called richness. How many of you agree to that? Say, I agree. AG, please. IG, please. I agree. If you believe that it doesn't matter where you are in your financial position right now, and if you agree that I can make it, then you will definitely make it. It doesn't matter who you are. Now, there are 5 reasons why people get stuck in their life. Now, the time does not permit me to go through all the 5, so I'm going to talk about one. Just one reason, and that too is a very small portion of that one reason, not the entirety about that reason. However, I just picked up one particular case study and I'm going to share that with you. One single reason. Now, let's imagine that you're working hard, working day and night because you have a goal, you want to achieve something, you want to accomplish something, and that's your dream. You're working day and night, you're putting years of practice to achieve that specific goal, which is very clear in your mind. After putting all this hard work, then one day you reach on the top of the mountain. You have been very successful, you are on the top of the mountain, and now you shout from there that I am the champion, I am the winner. After being there for a long year, you are getting recognized by organizations, by people, by team, by family. Everyone recognizes you for the effort that you have put in order to reach where you have reached. You get money. You're very happy. You're financially sound right now because you achieved your dream. You became famous. You're traveling around the world. You're attracting fame. You become a magnet. How many of you are a magnet here? Say I. If you are a magnet, if you attract finance, if you attract money, if you attract people, good people, quality people, fame, then you are a magnet. You must agree that you are a magnet. Imagine that you are a magnet. You are attracting money. You are attracting fame, people, everyone are coming to you. But there's something missing in you. You feel that I have got everything that I have got. I'm rich, I'm famous, I got everything. I achieved my goal, my dreams, my aspirations, but there is something that's missing in me. That happens to everyone. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter whether you're a millionaire or a billionaire, but still it can happen to you. There are famous people, politicians, business owners. There are film actors, film stars, Hollywood stars. They all go through this situation. They call it depression. They say that I got everything. People around the world, they know me, but there is something missing in me. Now, if there is something missing in you and you did your self-analysis, you did your self-reflection, and you found out something, that all these years, all these dreams and all these aspirations that you were looking for, it was the wrong mountain that you were climbing. You put your years, you put your time and everything in the wrong mountain, but it took ages for you to identify. The hard work that you have put to reach on the top of the mountain has become a waste. The years of practice that you have put in order to become the champion of champions has become a waste because you are no more interested in where you are right now, because that does not give you the fulfillment. That does not give you the happiness. That does not give you the satisfaction. That does not give you the pleasure and the joy. You don't like to go and sit in the particular position that you were doing all these years. You wasted all the year. The same thing happens to students. They take a course, they go for degree, they go for PG, and half the way they stop because they have lost the interest. It could be you if you're a student, it could be your children who are students. You don't blame them. You don't blame them. Why? Because they just followed something. They went halfway through and they stopped. We call them the dropout. A dropout doesn't mean that they are failures. How many of you agree that a dropout is not a failure? I want everyone to understand that. Dropout doesn't mean failure. Dropout means that person has seen something else where he can be very successful, but he has lost interest in the study that he has joined. The same thing happens to a professional. That was his dream to get into a particular industry. He gets into the particular industry. He gets into a particular department. He gets to a particular position, and then he feels there's something missing. This is not what I want. I have climbed the wrong mountain all these years. This happens to business owners or entrepreneurs. It's been their dream. They start the business. They get investors, angel investors, and they do everything. And after many years, maybe the business is successful. I'm not saying that the business is running in loss. A business could be very successful. A very good example is Twitter. The founder of Twitter, he made the company successful, and then he left the company. He said that I can't sit in the company, and he went completely into yoga. He changed his life, because he felt peace and happiness in yoga. And he said that Twitter does not give me the same happiness, joy, and pleasure that I get from yoga. He completely went off. There's nothing wrong in it. People move from company to company. People move from one business to another. We call them the starters. There are 11 categories of people. We call this category of people as the starters. They start something and they lose interest. They start something new, then they lose interest. They go for the third thing. They start and they lose their interest. Why? Because it's not connected with them. That's one of the reasons. This applies to anyone who's sitting here. It doesn't matter whether you're an entrepreneur, a business owner, or whether you are a teacher, you are a mother, you are a student. It applies to you and it applies to me as well. Have you ever wondered? Now, this is a case which can happen within the family. Two people in the same family. It could be brothers, sisters, it could be sibling, it could be husband, wife, mother, daughter, whatever it is. This can happen in the same industry. If it's an aviation industry, it can happen in the aviation industry. If it is in the construction business, it can happen in the construction business. It can happen in the same organization, what I'm going to talk to you now. It can happen within the department. Now, what can happen? One person is supercharged. He's supercharged in the family. One person in the department is supercharged. The person in the industry is supercharged. And then they have got the full energy. They come to the office with full energy. Your sibling goes to work with full energy. You don't have that energy. They come up with high passionate. They are very passionate of doing what they want to do, what they do on a daily basis, full energy, full passion. While the other person is wandering aimlessly, has no idea, no clue, no energy, nothing. How many of you got it? Two people in the same department. One is really passionate about doing the work. This could be somebody who's reporting to you. You are the manager, you are the boss, and they are reporting. Two people reporting to you. One is really passionate about doing the work, and the other person you have to kick on his back in order to do the work. That one person could be you. It could be you who is doing the work with passion. For me, I get up at 4 o'clock. Everyone knows that I wake up at 4 o'clock. By 6 o'clock, I'm in the studio. I'm doing my work. By 10 o'clock, I finish my work because I love what I'm doing. I enjoy each and every moment to be here and to interact with people. To be in front of the camera and talk to people. I enjoy this. Where there could be another person who really hates to be in front of the camera. You got to ask yourself, are you enjoying what you're doing? Yes or no? Just go to the chat and respond. Yes or no? Are you really enjoying from your heart? Don't say for the sake of saying, tell it from your heart, because I know doctors and professionals who have left their job. After being an MD and so forth. They left their job and they are coaches. They are changing people's lives. They don't want to continue with the profession they were for last 15 or 20 years. They say that we don't find the same pleasure that we used to have once upon a time. It's time for us to change. How many of you got it? Say, got it. How many of you got it? Say, got it. Thank you very much. Absolutely. Great. What makes the difference? That's the question. What makes the difference between two people in the same department, two people in the same industry, two people in the same family? One is really passionate about doing something, and the other person is not passionate about what he or she is doing. That is called the why. I want everyone to go and type why. It's their why which wakes them up every single day. It's the why which makes you sit today and listen to me. Many of you don't know who this guy is, but you're still there. You have never seen me before. You're hearing me for the first time, but you're listening because it is your why. You could have done hundreds of other things today. You could have gone and watched a movie, or you could be with your family members. You could have just relaxed and slept. Then why are you sitting here? It's your why which makes you sit here. It is your why that takes you to the next level. It is your why which drives you. It's your why which is a driving force. It's a why which burns the fire behind you. If you don't have that why, and if you don't find that why, then it's very hard for you to move forward. You may be in a work, you may be doing something just for the sake of doing, but that does not give you the pleasure that you are looking for. End of the day, it would be giving you the pain, or there's something missing, as I mentioned earlier. If you understand your why, if you can find your why, it will transform your life. Each and every moment, if you're there, you will enjoy it. I'll give an example. I hate driving, okay? I don't drive. It's not I don't drive, I hate driving. I don't go for long drive. I sit and I just relax, and I'm in my own mood. My son-in-laws, they love driving. They just want to sit in the driving seat and they love driving. How many of you like that? How many of you like to sit in the driving seat and enjoy driving? There are other people who take driving as a profession. That's not what I'm talking about. That's not what I'm talking about. You may be a private driver. You may be a taxi driver. That's your profession. You may not be enjoying it. You may not be enjoying it, but you're doing for the sake of money, for taking care of your family. You're sitting in the driver's seat, but your passion could be something else. Your passion could be something else, but you're doing for the sake of your family. And there are other people who really love to sit in the driving seat and go travel. That's a passion. It will transform your life. If you follow your passion, it will transform your life. It will transform you from an ordinary person to an extraordinary person. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter where you are right now, financially, mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, wherever you are, you can be completely transformed if you know your why, if you find your why, and if you act accordingly. It's all about clarity. It will bring happiness in you, in your family. Why? Because you go with that sort of pleasure. You go and change people's life. Because your why is all about not you. Why is all about others. How you can serve other people. How many of you like to serve other people? How many of you serve other people in this group? Serving others is called the purpose. And following your dream is called passion. I want you to understand these two things. It's two different things. It's an entirely different ball game. People mistake the the passion and the purpose is same. It's absolutely different. Passion is something that you follow because you like to do it. Purpose is something that you follow because you want to bring changes in people's life. Two different things. So if you follow your purpose, it will not only make you happy, you bring the happiness and you share that happiness with other people. It could be your family members. You'll be more fulfilled. Because every single day when I get out of my office, my seat, and when I go down, I feel, oh my goodness, thank you. I was able to change at least one life today. If you're a doctor and if you like that profession, you go back home and you say that, thank God, I did something great today. I was able to save someone. I was able to give life to somebody. I was a part of it. If you're a teacher, you can say that. Every profession is a good profession. Every profession in the world is a good profession. You have to consider that profession as you, and you should be working with a clear mentality. If that is your purpose, I'll tell you, you will enjoy each and every moment. Somebody said, if I look at the street and the street is so clean, I know that the person who swept the street is someone who loved sweeping. How many of you got it? If I look at the street and if the street is completely clean, that means I know the person who swept the street is someone who loves his job or her job. Because if you love your job, you won't wait for someone else. You will take action. How many of you agree to that? Say I. If you love your job, you will do it. You will not wait for somebody else. You won't wait for somebody else to tell you. You will just take action because purpose is all connected with action. 23%. There's higher chance for you to achieve your goal if you follow your purpose. You must know your purpose. Your purpose must be connected with your passion. And then if you take action, purpose, passion, action, I want you to note it down. Your purpose, your passion, your action leads to satisfaction. Once again, let me repeat that. Your purpose, your action, and your passion, if it is related, it will lead you to satisfaction. 23% there's higher chance for you to achieve your goal if you're following your passion, if you are following your purpose. Definitely it's more chance for you to achieve your goal. Now, if you're a business person, this is something for entrepreneurs. I believe that there are a few entrepreneurs, so here's something for you. Never ever start your business without knowing the purpose. Now, if somebody has started a business just near to your place and that person is making profit out of it, don't just go and start because somebody is making profit out of it. That is the culture in Kerala. If you start something and if it's profitable, after 1 month or 2 months or 6 months, you'll find somebody else starting exactly the same business. Neither the first one, neither the second one is going to be successful. Both are going to drop. Both are going to get the splitted customers now. How many of you got it? Never ever start a business without purpose. You must be very crystal clear about why am I starting this business? What's the purpose? Because if the first person has started something, I'll give you an example of chapati companies. I know that 10 or 15 years back, there was no chapati company in my place. Now it's full of chapati companies. The same thing happens with the football court that you have, the mini football court. There was no football court around about 15 years back, and then one came in, then it is like 10 of them. In my place, there was no single marriage auditorium, okay? And now it's like mushroomed everywhere auditorium. Why? Because one person starts it and then everyone say, oh, that he is making money or she is making money, that business is making money. Now the new trend is about warehouses. Now somebody has started a warehouse. Now I can see people starting warehouses and saying that I want to make it like a warehouse, or what you call as go down in India, what we call as go downs, so that the trailers can come and they can offload their cargo and so forth. A trend. One person started, everyone starts it. Never ever do that. You need to understand what is the purpose behind your business. That means you need to know what is your why. And your purpose must be a solution to the pain. Always understand that one thing you have to understand is the pain in the marketplace. If you're a business person, the first P, there are 8 P's that you need to know. And the very first P is the pain in the marketplace. Do not start anything without knowing the pain. And your purpose must be a solution to the pain. Today's currency is your ideas. Use your ideas. Come up with a product and services that is a solution to the pain. Just don't start a business because somebody else is making money. Once again, let me repeat. Do not start a business because somebody else is making money. You must start your business because your business has got a solution to the problem or the pain in the marketplace, and you are the one to solve that problem. If that is your purpose, then you will definitely win, because you will not wait for somebody else to tell you what to do. You will take action. Without action, there is no satisfaction. I want you all to write it down. Without action, there is no satisfaction. No pain, no solution. No solution, no purpose. No purpose, no business. So don't start a business. If you're planning to start a business and if you want to lose money, then go and start. There are a lot of entrepreneurs who come to me and they say that I lost 1 crore, 10 crore, 15 crore. I said, what was the purpose? What is your background? What was your purpose to start this? And they don't have any clarity. They started because somebody else told them to start. They came from Dubai. They had money. Somebody here in India said that, why don't you start? I got an idea. They invest the money like angel investors, and they put the money, and this person, he runs away. And the guy who came from Dubai or from other place, he lost his money. Why? Because they didn't have a clear purpose. How many of you got this? Say crystal clear. CC. Just type CC. No pain, no solution, no solution, no purpose, no purpose, no business. Very simple. Same thing applies everywhere. I'm just running through those slides. Now, this is something I taken from Simon Sinek, a very good book which says, find your why and start with why. There are 2 books. It's this circle that I'm going to introduce right in a way. It's not mine. This is Simon Sinek. Once again, the credit goes to him. This is called the Golden Circle. Okay. So every individual know what they are doing. Now, if I ask you, I want everyone to type, what are you doing? Just go and type and give me the answer in 1 word. What are you doing? That means I'm asking you a profession. What is that you're doing? Just type immediately. Don't wait and think and think. Just go and type. What is that you're doing? What are you doing? Come on, type fast. Okay, draftsman, very good. Harris, okay. Engineer, okay. I'm a dentist, good. Sumera, doctor. Okay, I'm a doctor. Jabir, doctor. Okay, I'm a director, film director, ads film director. I'm a mind power trainer. Very good. Now, everybody, I can guarantee if there are 100 people sitting and watching this video right now, all the 100 people know what they are doing. Now, the question is, if you're running an organization and if you are the leader, you know what you're doing, and each and every individual, let's say there are 100 people working under you, 100 people know what they are doing. You know what you're doing, and the 100 people who are working in your organization also know what they are doing, but they don't know how you do what you do, because they know only what they are doing, but they don't know what you are doing. How many of you got it? Only some people know, or some organizations know what they are doing. How many of you got it? You know what you're doing, but you don't know how others are doing within the same organization. How many got it? Say, got it. I want you to understand this concept of why. You know what you're doing. Each and every individual in your organization also knows what they are doing, but they don't know how the company is working. They don't know. There are only some people, some individuals who know that. How many of you got it? I want everyone to go and type, got it. Very important. This is very important stuff that I'm teaching right now. This is not mine. This is Simon Sinek's. And the third question is why. Only few people know, or few organizations know why they do what they do. This is a power. I want everyone to click a picture of this. It all starts with why. Every major organization, inspiring leaders, they always start with why. I'll give you an example. If you want to do your higher studies, and if you're a student, and there are 10 options in front of you, or let's say there are 5 options in front of you, or let's say there are 3 options in front of you, don't jump. Because your mom said that I want you to be a doctor. Don't become a doctor because your father said. Don't become a doctor because your best friend is being a doctor. Don't be a doctor or any other profession. Don't mistake me. I'm just taking a doctor as an example because it's coming very easy in my mouth. And don't take a profession because your friend is into that. The first thing that you have to ask is, why do I want to become a doctor? How many of you got it? Just say got it. First question, not what I want to become. See, the last question you need to ask is that one, okay? Don't start with what, and don't start with how. Always start with why, and ask, why do I want to become a doctor? Why do I want to be an ads film director? Why do I want to become a dentist? Why do I want to become a consultant? Why do I get into construction business? Why? Very first question. If you don't get the answer to that question, then do not go and get into that profession, and do not do that studies. If you want to go for your higher studies, do not do that. And if you are a parent, please do not compel your kids because you like something. Your why is different from their why. How many of you got it? Say crystal clear. Your why, your wife's why, your kid's why. Each and every kid that you have, their whys are different. I got two daughters. Their whys are different. One wants to become an international cake crafter. The other one wants to become a doctor, and they choose their profession. They didn't come to my profession. I didn't ask them to become my profession. They do what they love to do because their why is different. So always start with why. Now, once you identify the why, let me give an example. Let's take an example. I want to become a pilot. Let's take that's an example because I want to serve people around the world. Excuse me, and I want to fly. I want to see the world from the top, from 35,000 feet. I love it. That's my passion that I want to follow. That's my why. Okay. So what you do? Next question, what you do? You have to do some studies to become a pilot. If you want to become a doctor, what you do? You have to go for MBBS. You have to do that. If you want to become an engineer, what you do? You have to look for IIT or something as that. The second question is what? Now the third question is, how can I do that? How can I go there? How can I go there and get admission? The how is the last question that you need to ask. Now, let's take an example. If your son comes to you, or if your daughter comes to you and say, Papa, I want to become a pilot. The first question that comes to your mind is, how is it possible? It's going to be around about 1 crore Indian rupee. How? If you start with how, you will never ever start. Once again, let me repeat that. If you start with the question how, then you will never ever start. How many of you got to say crystal clear? Triple C, please. If you start with the question how, then you will never start. You will never start. That's so easy and so simple, because how is a block? How is something that stops you from taking action? Never ever start with how. How should be the very last question that you should be asking. Only after why, what, then comes how. All right. So how is it going so far? Good. If it is good, then just type G. Okay, it's a very small presentation about it. Okay, great. Thank you very much. All right. Now, the question is, what business are you really in? Now, you said you're into construction. You said that you are a doctor, you're a dentist, you are into film ads and so forth. You know that. Now, here is a question in front of you. Let's take Starbucks. What business is Starbucks? Go and type, please. I think most of you must be knowing. I want you to type. And what business are they? Yes, coffee. I can see coffee. Yes, coffee. Hasna said. Hasna Zabir said coffee. Very good. Yes, they are into coffee. And we all know. So the first question is, what are they? They are into coffee business, but they are not. They are not into coffee business. Do understand that. What is the purpose of Starbucks? You should understand. If you go and learn the history of Starbucks, you will understand the Starbucks made loss for more than 10 years. They made loss for more than 10 years. Because their purpose was not coffee. Coffee is not the purpose. Their purpose was to bring in a business and create an experience between an office and the house. I can tell you there are a lot of startup companies that started from Starbucks. How many of you agree to that? Many startup companies in India and around the world, it started from Starbucks. How many of you agree? Proudly say aye. It's not because there's a coffee shop. You can go to a coffee. You can get coffee from anywhere for just 10 rupees or 20 rupees. Why do you go and sit there? Because they have created an atmosphere. They have created an environment where you feel as if you are in your own place. I do coaching. There are people who sit in Dubai and sit in Starbucks coffee shop, and I coach them. They feel so relaxed, as if they're in their own cabinet in their office, or they feel as if they are sitting in their own home. That is the purpose. How many of you got it? Say crystal clear. Crystal clear. It's not a coffee business. It is in a business which create experience. Your business, whatever business you are in, my dear friend, you must create an experience to your customer. Anyone who walks in, create an experience. Whether they get the product from you, whether they buy the product from you, but understand, if you can create an experience, these are potential customers. They will definitely come back to you, because something called experience is something that they can't forget. We all know about brand. Okay, now the Starbucks is a brand. You have a brand. What do you mean by brand? Is the green color a brand, or is it that lady who is sitting there inside? I think they're called the goddess or something. Is that the brand? The answer is absolutely no. What you talk about what you talk about your business, is that the brand? The answer is absolutely no. Brand is something that people talk about you, or people talk about your business in your absence. Once again, let me repeat that. I want everyone to understand this. Brand is something that people talk about you or your business in your absence. That is called brand. Brand is something that you have created an experience in their mind that they will never ever forget you. They may not remember your name. They may not remember anything, but they will say, that tall guy, he in that particular office, that tall guy, oh my goodness, I can't forget him. I don't remember his name, but I'll tell you, go to him. He'll help you. That's called brand, my dear friends. Leaders, coaches, I want you to create your own brand. People should remember you. Each and every conversation that you have with someone, each and every time you meet someone, make sure that you leave your footprint. You leave a footprint. Make a dent in the world. Make a dent in the globe. Every conversation. That must be your purpose. Let's take another example. Apple is in the business of mobile, computer, innovation, and technology. Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes. Because we all use Mac and all those things. Am I right? Yes, 100%. We all know that Apple is in the business of mobile, computer, innovation, technology, and security. When it comes to security, the answer is absolutely no. The answer is absolutely no. Apple is in the business of improving the lives of people. Did you know the purpose of Apple till now? You may be using that. It's an experience that they give. I've seen people who are using XYZ and then Apple. They say that once you go to Apple, you will not go back to XYZ. Why? Because the experience. They have created an ecosystem. Because if you're into Apple, then it is Mac, then it comes iPhone and iPod and everything. It's the ecosystem they have created. You will never leave the web of Apple and go out. How many of you got it? So you have to create the experience. I may be an instructor. You may be feeling that I'm a coach. No, I'm not a coach. Coaching is something that I project outside. You know what I'm doing, but my purpose is not that. My purpose is changing people's lives. That's it, as simple as that. So the mode that I've taken, the tool that I'm using is coaching. You don't have to be a coach in order to change people's life. You ask yourself, how can I change people's life? How can I leave a footprint? How can I give the best of the best experience? You will automatically become a brand. You don't have to create a brand, you become a brand. That's why you will find raving fans around the world. They do tattoos of Apple. If there is a sale of a new version of Apple, I'll tell you 1 week before itself, people will have the tent ready and they would be proud to showcase their first product. How many of you agree to this? You will never find this in any other company. Why? Because Apple looks into the why of the people. They understand the people. In an Apple store, you will not find any salesperson. You go, you experience. You go and experience and then you buy it. Experience. Create an experience, my dear friends. Whether you're in a business, whether you are a trainer, teacher, whatever it is, experience. Once you create that experience, people will come back to you. Make people beg for your service. Let me repeat here. The key word is beg. Make people beg for your service. Don't sell service. Don't sell. Sometimes people ask me, what training do you do? I don't give that answer much to that. I don't give. Come and experience. Don't sell. Serve people. Serve people. People come. Let them understand. Let them experience. If they like, they will come. If no, no problem. Don't go back and ask them to come again and again. Don't do that. Keep your brand. Keep your standards higher and higher. No purpose. What happens if you have no purpose? If you have no purpose, you have no meaning. Your life must be having a purpose. Your business must be having a purpose. Your education must be having a purpose. Everything that you do must be having a purpose. Sitting here and watching me right now must be having a purpose. If you do not have a purpose, then there is no meaning to what you're doing right now. If there is no purpose, there is no direction. You don't know where to go. You will be just going. You will be just going. You will be climbing the roof. You will be climbing the ladder. You will be climbing the mountain. And one day, once you reach at the top of the mountain, you'll look back and you'll say that I have taken the wrong step. I've taken the wrong ladder and I have climbed the wrong mountain. By then, the time is gone. The practice and the hard work, the effort that you have put has gone. Because the direction was not clear, because you did not have a clear purpose. If you don't have purpose, you will get money maybe. You may get your title. Maybe you travel around the world, but that's not going to make you happy. There are kings who left their kingdom. They left everything because they were looking for happiness. If I take Gautam Buddha or Ashoka, the emperor, they all left it. Why? Because they were looking for fulfillment. Fulfillment does not come from money. That doesn't mean that money is bad. Money is good. You must attract money. You must be richer and richer every single day so that you can contribute. Contribution, if that is your purpose, I want everyone to understand. If contribution is your purpose, then you must become rich. How many of you got it? Say crystal clear. Don't say that money is evil or rich is evil. No, you've got to be rich. And the purpose of being rich is to contribution. If that is your objective, if that is your purpose, if that is your why, then you must become rich. No doubt about it. No purpose, no passion. You won't even feel to wake up from your bed. Dream is not what let you sleep. Dreams are something that will never let you sleep. Dr. APK Abdul Kalam. I tell to my students, if your bed is pulling you on a weekday, understand it's time for you to change your profession. It's time for you to quit your job. Why? Because your bed is pulling you down. Your bed should never ever pull you down. I wake up at 4 o'clock, by 3:30 I'm out. My eyes are open. I say, oh my goodness, half an hour more I have to sleep here. I have to get up. Because it does not allow me to sleep at all. I want to do something early in the morning. So I'm a very early morning guy. By 10 o'clock, I finish everything. I'm done. 10 o'clock in the morning, I go and sleep. When you all are working, when you're going to start your work, I'm sleeping because I'm done with everything. And after 5 o'clock, I'm again with the same energy. Right now, I'm in full energy. It goes up till 12 o'clock. Don't follow my sleep system because I sleep at 12 and wake up at 4. Don't follow me. But it's my passion that does not allow me to sleep because I got a purpose. No purpose, no drive. Somebody has to push you. Somebody has to push you to the gym. Somebody has to take you somewhere to go for a walk, for an evening walk, whatever it is. Why? Because you don't have the purpose until otherwise the doctor comes to you and tell you you've got a fatty liver, you are diabetic, or you have that and this, and now you know that now it's danger for me, I need to do something. Because till then you don't know the purpose of your life and you don't know the purpose why you want to do what you want to do. If you have no purpose, there's no motivation. Even if you bring an atom bomb and put it below your pillow, you will never wake up from there because you just want to be lazy and sleep. Why? Because you don't know your why. Why are you living in this world? Each and every moment of your life is so precious. You can bring changes. I'll give a very good example. Just 1 week back or something, a young school girl, those who are Malayalis must have seen in the social media and somewhere in Nilambur or somewhere, she sees a lady who is a street singer, and she was so tired, and this school girl goes and sings for the street singer, and people around the world, they came to know about her. She did not have a house, but now she's going to get a house. Moment, my dear friend. How many of you got it? I want everyone to type the letter M. It's a moment. Each and every moment is so precious. You must make the best use of it. You don't know when the miracle comes in. You don't know when it is going to be viral. I'm not talking about the social media here. It could be one single moment of yours that can change lives. Each and every single moment. You should be thankful for that. I know the value of the breath. I know that there are doctors here. I've seen that when my brother-in-law was hospitalized, for the oxygen we had to pay for each and every cylinder we were paying. That's when you realize how much things are we getting absolutely free and we take it for granted. All the oxygen that we are breathing, we even don't realize that we are breathing day and night. Subconsciously we are breathing. We don't realize about it until otherwise you start paying for it. No purpose, no inspiration. Because there's nothing to take you forward. The most depressed people in the world are the people who do not have goals in their lives. I want to repeat that once again. The most depressed people are those who do not have a goal in their life. If they don't have a goal, then what is the purpose of getting up? Because if there is no goal, there is no purpose. If there is no goal, there is no purpose. Then if there is no purpose, then why should I wake up? Why should I get up? There's no inspiration. Every single day there must be a goal. You must be having a journal with you. You must be writing down, what is that I need to do? Only 3 things. I write maximum 5 things in my journal. I don't write more than that. I don't crowd my journal. I make sure that my team does that for me. Every challenge I give it to my team and I say that, okay, do it by 4 o'clock, just finish it off. And they finish it off. And what are the things that I do? I do only those things that I am supposed to do, not anybody else. If there is something that I can do, and only I can do it, that's the only thing that I'll do. All the other things that I would do is delegate things. I want everyone to type, delegate your activities. Do the little possible every single day. Delegate, delegate, delegate. Delegation is an art of leadership. You must learn the art of delegation. There's more to talk about it. I'm not going to talk about delegation. However, you must know how to delegate your activities on a regular basis. No purpose, no clarity. It's just like a car. You know, you're sitting in a car. The car is the best of the best car. You're the best driver. However, it's a foggy day. There's no clarity. You can't drive. It doesn't matter how experienced driver you are and how good the car is. You will not be able to drive the car. Why? Because there is no clarity. Do understand one thing. If you want to move forward, make sure that your road, your path, your roadmap, or your flight path, whatever it is, to your goal must be clear. Your purpose must be clear. Every action must be having a purpose. It's not about the goal. It's not about the vision. Every vision, every goal must be having a purpose. If you do not know the why, then the what doesn't make any sense. What is not powerful until otherwise you know the why. The why must be connected. You should know, why are you doing what you are doing? Once again, let me repeat. You must know, why are you doing what you're doing? And if you don't have an answer to why you're doing what you're doing, then you got to change it. You got to do something else. If there is no purpose, there's no vision. Because nothing is clear. You are just doing because somebody else is doing. Purpose is something that is very, very connected to. Your purpose hardly changes. Your purpose hardly changes, but your passion keeps changing. Once again, let me repeat that. I want you all to understand this. Your purpose hardly changes, but your passion keeps changing. I'll take my example. I've been a coach at the age of 16. I'm 56 right now. For the last 40 years, I've been coaching. When I was only doing my pre-degree, what is called as the 11th grade, I had become a coach. I was coaching seniors who were tahsildars and government officials. At that time, at the age of 16, I used to coach them. However, I used to never coach the way that I'm coaching right now. During those days, I used to coach them in martial arts. I was a martial art instructor. I was a school student. I was a college student. At the same time, I was a martial art student, a martial art instructor, and an entrepreneur as well at the age of 16. My purpose was to change people's life, but my passion was martial art or karate. My passion was karate, but my purpose was changing people's life, to make them the champions, to make them leaders in that particular segment. After some times, I changed from martial arts to IATA or IATA or International Air Transport Association. Now I started changing people's life, making them champions and leaders so that they can get job into the aviation industry. My passion changed, but my purpose remained the same, changing people's life, developing people, developing leaders into that particular industry. The third stage of my life, I got into the airline industry. I was the head of department for London School of Management in the UK. I come back to India. Then I was selected as an instructor for Qatar Airways, the 5-star airline. I became their manager for talent development. Now I train the captains, I train the cabin crew, I train the management. I traveled around 48 countries conducting training program to more than 100 cities around the world. Just conducting training program and training them to how to become a better leader. Now, I'm still, my passion, my purpose is changing people's life to make them better leader in the industry, but my passion has changed from martial arts to IATA, from IATA to aviation. From there, I change again the fourth segment. I'm in my fourth segment right now. The fourth segment of my passion. I changed into leadership training program like John Maxwell and Les Brown, went to US and trained under them, got their license. Today, my passion is different. My passion is to bring leaders in leadership. However, my purpose has always been the same. How many of you got it? Your purpose would remain the same, but your passion keeps changing with your age. How many of you got it? Not only age, it also changes with your surroundings. You're moving away from one country to another country, location, meeting new friends, your passion would change. But your purpose is from within you. It's something in you. Good. No purpose, no focus. I want this. These are very simple slides. I want you all to know this. If there's no purpose, there is no focus. You lose the focus. If there is no purpose, there is no goal. If there is no purpose, there is no focus, there is no vision, there is no goal. Everything I want to emphasize, this is the only thing that I want to tell today, that purpose, start with your purpose, start with your why. Everything must be having your why. If you want to get married, don't just get married because your family told you to get married. Ask, why should I get married? Is it good to be a single? Be a single. If you don't have the answer to your why, don't charge me right now. But if you feel that it's better to be a single because you don't have a why after marriage, then you're going to break and you're going to spoil somebody else's life. How many of you got it? People who are compelled to get married and they don't have a clarity about the marriage, don't compel them to get married until otherwise you give them the proper education, let them know about it, and then they develop the reason why they should marry, then let them get married. Just don't compel someone else to get married. You should be very clear about it. If there is no purpose, then you will not be doing anything. The progress, you will not see any progress either in your progress card, or you will not be seeing, if you are a leader, you will not be seeing a progress in that person in his performance. What you call as the key KPIs or key performance indicators. If you've got a KPI, you will never see any progress in that. Why? Because there's no purpose. If there is no purpose, there is no self-discovery. You won't go and search what is that you have. What are your strengths? What are your passion? What is your weaknesses? Which are the areas that you can develop and grow and excel? You will not discover that because you don't know, why should I do that? Because you're scared about yourself. You're scared about your vulnerability. You're scared about your weaknesses. You're scared about what people will think about you. Forget about all those things, because your purpose is more important than all those things, and find out what is your inner potential. If there is no purpose, there's no process, and since your process is slow, there is no self-improvement. For me, whenever I get a chance to learn something, I just go and buy that program and learn that. I just don't look how much I'm investing. I just go for it because I want to improve myself. And to improve myself, I need to know what is my strength. I need to know what is my weaknesses. I need to know what are the opportunities that I can create and what are the threats that's right in front of me. I need to do a SWOT analysis of myself. If you don't do your own SWOT analysis just like you do for your businesses, it's time for you, so that you can improve. You can identify areas that you want to improve. If there is no purpose, there's no determination. You don't have the strength, you don't have the energy, you don't have the excitement to do something. You don't have that sort of charisma or anything to do. You must be determined. And for the determination, you must be having the purpose. If there is no purpose, there's no resilience. You will just step back. You will give up. You will not reach where you want to reach. Recently, I think it was yesterday, I saw a marathon where in Africa, I think it was in Eastern Africa, a lady who was 5 to 6 minutes late. She was the last one, and it was raining cats and dogs. She never, ever, ever gave up. I just watched it yesterday on YouTube or somewhere, or it was in LinkedIn. She never gave up. She ran for the last 5 minutes. Though she was the only one left, she ran and she completed, and then she started crying. If you don't have a purpose, because our purpose was to finish, not to become first. How many of you got it? The purpose was to finish, not to become first, because she knew that somebody has got first round about 5 minutes back. But still she went on, kept on moving, kept on going. That's purpose. That's the power of purpose. It is your skill that will take you to the up. Once again, let me repeat. It is your skill that will take you to the top. But it's your purpose and it is your will that will make you stand there. Like Muhammad Ali, the great boxer, he said, when you fall down, the skill will never help you. When you fall down, the skill is not going to help you. It's only the will that can help you get up, to bounce back. I want you all to type BB. If you want to bounce back, you must have a purpose. You must have the will to get up. It's not about winning, but it's not about losing. If no purpose, there is no intention. And remember, our life is intentionality. Everything that we do is with intention. Your manager will look at your action. Let me repeat that once again. I want everyone to focus this. Your manager will look into your action. What did you do? But your creator looks into your intention. How did you do it? How many of you got it? Say crystal clear. Whether you believe or not, that's a different story, but that's how. It's not what you do, it's how did you do. That's the power of intention. So each and everything that you do must be having an intention. And to have an intention, you must be having a purpose. No purpose, no action. If there is no action, there is no growth. If there is no purpose, there is no transformation, because transformation happens only with action. There are 7 stages. Not in this session, I'll be talking about that, about the 7 stages of transformation. And if you have to go through the 7 stages of transformation, you must know what is your purpose. You must know what is your purpose, and you must take action so that there is transformation. Without action, there is no transformation. No purpose, no joy. No purpose, no happiness. No purpose, no joy. No purpose, no happiness. No purpose, there is no satisfaction. It doesn't matter where you are. You will hide from the crowd. You don't want to face anyone because you're not satisfied. People think that you are a successful person, but within you, you would be the saddest person. You take Michael Jackson, for example. People, they admire him. They look him as a role model. They want to be like him. They want to see him just for a second. But within him, he was crying. So no purpose, no satisfaction. Don't judge a book from its cover, and don't judge a person from how he looks from outside. How many of you got it? Say, got it. Don't judge a person from how he looks, because inside he might be crying. It doesn't matter how successful he or she is. No purpose, no fulfillment. That's why people kill themselves. It doesn't matter how rich you are, they kill because the purpose. If you lose the purpose, they'll kill themselves. I'm not taking the name of the company, the coffee company in India. You can look at that. You can look up for great film actors, Hollywood stars. The purpose is gone, everything is gone. Everything is gone. No purpose, no contribution. You don't know, why am I giving this? To who am I giving this? What is the purpose of giving this? No purpose, no contribution, no purpose, no impact. You can't make impact in your own life. You can't make impact in your family, and you can't make impact in the world and people around you. If you want to make impact in the world around you, you must be having a clear purpose. If you don't have purpose, you don't connect with anyone. You become a solitude of yourself. You get into loneliness. Loneliness is not leadership. Leadership is to work with a team. No purpose, no connection. No connection, no communication. You break everything. No purpose, no value. You must be having your own value. We all have our own values. You need to know what is your core value. I'm not going to ask you right now, but you should be having at least 6 to 7 core values. Why do you live? When would you say yes and when you would say no? It must be crystal clear. There are many things that I say no. Even to the best friend of mine, I would say no. If it is contradicting with my values, I would definitely say no. I don't tell lies. This is one of my values. Be very truthful. I don't tell lies even for the sake of joke. I don't say that. I'm absolutely against. That's my value. And if somebody's saying a joke and there's a lie in it, I would never support that. I'll say that you're telling lie. For me, a joke is not a joke. It's a lie if you're involving even a bit of lie in it. How many of you got it? Say got it. You got to be very clear with your value, and your value must be connected with your purpose. And your values must be connected with all the thing that you do, anything that you do. I'll talk about a business person in Bangalore. I'm not going to take the name of his company. He got a very good order. But he didn't take the order because the stuff, the order came was from a bar. And he said that I'm not going to support this because I don't want to encourage people to have my snacks or whatever it is in a bar because that's against my value. There are people who don't take loans because they're against interest. I'm one of them. I don't take any loan. When the bank calls me, I say, no, I don't require your loan because I'm against interest. My values are that. I want you all to go and find out what is your value for which you have created a boundary based on your purpose in life. Where to say yes and where to say no. It's all about integrity. No purpose, no positive change is going to happen in your life. If there is no purpose, whom are you going to thank? You don't know why you're living. Then you don't know how to thank, whom to thank, when to thank. For each and every breath, for each and every time you wake up, each and every time you sleep. Let me tell you, if you're not able to go to the loo and urinate, just imagine you're not able to urinate for once. What would be your condition? The doctors know here. If you're not able to go to the toilet and poo, just imagine what would be the condition. We take all those things for granted. We think that that's all which came to me simply. No, my dear friends, each and everything you should have the gratitude to say thank you. How many of you want to say thank you? Say thank you right now. Say, just type TY. Be thankful to who you are. Be thankful to be the son or the daughter or the wife or the husband. The profession that you are in, for the breath that you're taking, for the sight that you have, for listening to me. Be thankful. No purpose, no empathy, because there is no love. No purpose, there is no compassion. If there is an ant, I really hate ants, because if the ant bites me, it's like an allergy to me, but I will never kill the ant. I will never kill the ant. I will pick it up, though it's biting me and I know that it's going to be very allergy for me. I pick the ant and make sure that it goes away, because I have no right to kill even a single ant without a purpose. No purpose, no love. No purpose, no relationship. No purpose, no spiritual growth. Now, spiritual, I don't mean religious growth. Spiritual is being loving each and every human being. That's what I mean by spiritual growth. If you don't have purpose, you will fight in the names of many things. You'll bring many things, unwanted things, and you will fight on that. But if you're a person of purpose and if you love the other person, that's called spirituality. No purpose, you have no reason to live. And if you have no purpose, there is no legacy that you can leave. Always understand, if you're living today, think about your generation to come. Live for them. That is the purpose of your life. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. If you have any questions, you can ask me. I'm going to switch on the camera right now so that you can ask me questions. Hello, all of you. I believe you can hear me. I'm going to unmute you so that you can ask me questions. Said Mohammed. Let me start from Said Mohammed. Okay, Said? Okay, let me just adjust my camera.
Yes, Sensei. Well, it was a nice evening and very good session.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And I think some of my friends will ask some questions.
Sure.
Please.
Feel free, you can ask me any questions, either from the topic or it could be from outside the topic. It doesn't matter. I'm going to answer all your questions.
Hello, Sensei. Good evening.
Hi, good evening.
First of all, I should thank you for such an enlightening lecture. I mean, it was indeed truly enlightening and heart-touching, and it really did spark a few points, so really grateful for that to the creator as well as to you, and for the opportunity that came my way. And the point that the question that I wanted to ask is, like, our children at the when they don't have an idea of what they need to do, and I would really like to help my son. I mean, I'm talking about my son who is in grade 12, and he's actually a person who does not have any conventional methods of he doesn't want to go into any of that. but he doesn't know how and how why he should do something. And he knows one thing, that he needs to do something different, but what is that different, he can't identify. But he knows this also, that he doesn't want to go for any kind of conventional things like a doctor or an engineer. And we are not the set of parents who want to push him for anything like that. Because I myself feel that sometimes I made a mistake in like taking up dentistry, because I did love doing medicine, and I actually couldn't reach there. Even now I have that that passion within me for that. But then alhamdulillah, I'm like okay with it, because I am trying to find out my purpose too at this age. So I would like actually, like, to get some tips on how we can like guide our kids to find that light of theirs, which would actually give that fulfillment, that purpose, that which you were speaking about all this while.
Thank
Though
you.
their passions can change, though their passions can change, that point also I understood well. So how can we actually guide them to find that purpose?
Thank you very much, Doctor, for bringing in this question. This is something that I always, very often get, even from IAS and IPS officers as well. That they have reached in a position they can't advise, and they come to me and they say, Sensei, I'm stuck. My kids are in this position. How can you help? You got to sit with your kids. Now, if you can't do it, you have to make sure that there is not counselor, okay? It's a counselor is a different, and a coach is a different. Bring some coach, if you know some coaches. Make your son, your daughter, your son to sit with the coach, and the coach will help him or her to identify the route, the place where he or she wants to go. It's very easy and very simple. There's no doubt about it, because you may not be able to do it because you don't have the clarity and the technique. I'll tell you, you use the word spark. Am I right? If you remember, yeah. I'm a very good listener. Okay, you use the word spark, and to identify the potential of your son or your daughter, the technique that we use is called spark.
Oh wow. Okay,
there's the acronym is SPARK. This is something which I created, and all my coaches, certified coaches, they use the SPARK technique to identify, to get their passion or their purpose in life. They use the same technique, and it's very easily can be done.
Okay, thank you so much for that.
Thank you. Anybody else? Please feel free. You can ask me any questions. Please go ahead. I'm waiting for you. All you can unmute and you can ask me.
Sensei, good evening. Syed Mohammed here again.
Yeah.
Sensei, actually, I have purpose. I know what to do. I know my why, but there is a delay or dragging. How can we solve it?
Very simple. See, Mr. Mohammed, number one.
What is the solution?
There's a solution. First of all, we have to know that there is a solution for everything. Do you believe in that? The first question that I want to ask you is, do you believe that there's a solution for everything? If you don't believe, and you have to believe that 100%, okay? You have to believe 100% that there's a solution for everything, because you have that. So one thing, if you feel that you are lazy, if I may use the word lazy, though it's a negative word, if you're lazy to do, though you know what you want to do, how you want to do, and why you want to do, but you don't take that you don't have the energy to do it, then very simple, you have to find an accountability partner. An accountability partner is someone who's going to kick on your back and say, do it. Sayyid Muhammad, today you promised to do this, do it. It could be your wife, it could be your children, it could be somebody who is very strong at you. Okay, who's very, very strong, and say that you have promised this, so do it. So you have to find out an accountability partner who's really strong on you and who can make you do things with a deadline and so forth. It's very easy. That's why in coaching, we have accountability partners. Even the great coaches, they have accountability partners.
How to find it?
Yeah, so you have to find someone who is not, you should not be finding out someone who is, okay, Mr. Syed Muhammad, okay, no problem. If you don't do it today, do it tomorrow. No. The person should be very strong at you. He must be very strong, or she must be very strong and make you do it. Or there must be a punishment, or what we call as a fine, which is bigger than what you had supposed to do. You got it? That means if you don't do this action, then this is a fine or the penalty that you have to pay. If you have someone in that category, I'll tell you that can help you a lot.
No, I have to search for No, I don't have anyone.
Absolutely. Just go for it and I'll tell you will be able to achieve that. Okay, now here's a question for you, Mr. Said Mohammed. By when can you find an accountability partner?
No, really, I don't know anyone.
No, that's not my question. That's not my question.
Yeah,
my question
very soon, because
very soon for me, very soon is 2 years. Please tell me by when. By when?
In maybe by end of next month, by July, end of July. I want to start something in August. I think so.
Okay, July. Why July?
Because I have already some commitments which I am doing now. That
so which is more? So which is more?
And I have to
So which is more important, the commitment that you have right now or the one that you want to do or you're supposed to do? Which is more important for you? Which has got more value?
No, whatever I'm doing is the same thing, and I'm enlarging my purpose. Maybe I am within the circle right now. Last few years, I want to come out of it.
If you say, I'll tell you one thing.
I want to come out of it.
I'll tell you one thing. I know that I'm talking to you. Number one, if you want to come out of the circle, you will never be able to come out of the circle until otherwise you break the circle. You're with me? Until otherwise you break the circle. And the only way to break the circle is to disrupt the circle. If you don't disrupt the circle, you will keep on doing what you have done and you will keep on getting what you have done. So if you want to break that circle, just like a record player, if you want to get out of it, you have to break, you have to disrupt, and you have to ask yourself, is this value more? Then you will do it. Okay, let me give you an example, Mr. Said Mohammed. Let's say that you are too busy today. Okay, example. Are you with me? Show me a thumbs up if you're with me. Okay, if you're too busy and I called you, Mr. Said Mohammed, can you talk to me for, let's say, 10 minutes? And say, I can't talk to you, I'm so busy. Why? For you, the job that you're doing is more valuable than having a chat with me. That's why you told me no. And immediately, as soon as you kept the phone, you're getting a call from your home. God forbid this should not happen. You're getting a call from your home saying there's something emergency, and your wife or your kid, they call you and say, Papa, this has happened. Now, what are you going to do? Would you sit there and do the job that you're doing, or would you just jump from there and reach your home? Tell me.
I will go home. That will be,
why?
The family is more priority.
Because that has got more value now. How many of you got it? Just show me a thumbs up. If you're listening to me, just show me a thumbs up. Okay, you jumped from what you're doing and you went to your family because your family has got more value than what you're doing. So if you want to change from what you're doing, you have to ask yourself, is this got more value? You will never, ever, ever, ever change. Nobody is going to change in their life if they don't give value to what they want to do. If I don't give value to become a good instructor, trainer, facilitator, I'll exactly be a mediocre, I'll be an average, and I'll be doing exactly like all the other instructors would be doing, because I don't want to. You will only change. You will only change if you give it more value. If you don't give you value, nobody in the world can change you. Nobody in the world, even if you bring the best of the best instructors or coaches or counselors, nobody can change you. Even if you put an atom bomb under you, you will never change. Why? Because you didn't give value to it. Give value, you will change. How many of you got it? If you want to change, give it value. So V is equal to C. Equation, V is equal to C. If you want to change, give it value. If you give value, you will change. Thank you. Any other question, please?
Yes,
Sir, Sensei sir, thank you very much. I am Srishan Tayil. I am sorry I am not able to attend for the last few months because I am not well. I inform you, sir. Okay. First of all, thank you very much for your today's powerful session. I have a camera problem. That's why I am not able to open my camera. Sorry for that. I have a last question. That is, nowadays we can look around. We can see people are suiciding. They have no aim in life. And I myself ask sometimes, what is the purpose of life? So, a direct question. If I ask you that what is the purpose of our life? I am expecting some answer from you, sir. What is the purpose of our life?
Can I give the answer? Can I take you as an example?
Yeah, please.
Because I know you for some years, though you haven't connected with me for a few months. With your permission, you have got a stroke. Am I right? You got a brain stroke or something.
Yeah, yes, yeah.
You could have committed suicide. Why didn't you commit suicide till now?
Because I think I have to do so many things.
That is called purpose.
Yes.
That is called purpose. You have the answer, my dear friend, within you. You didn't commit suicide because you have got a purpose, because you want to take care of your family and so forth. That is purpose.
Yes, yeah. But people who are dying, suiciding,
they don't have purpose. They don't have purpose. They don't have purpose. That's it. Why people die? Those people who do not have purpose, they may be rich, they may be wealthy, they may be successful, they may be multi-millionaires, but they don't have purpose. If you have purpose, you will never die, because purpose is all about other people. Purpose is not about you. Because if you are dying, if you're killing yourself, you're selfish. Purpose is all about selflessness. Once again, let me repeat. Purpose is all about selflessness. So if you are living, even if you are suffering, and if you're living for the sake of your family, your kids, that's a strong purpose, and you are a very good example for that.
Thank you very much, Sensei.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Any other question, please?
Hi, Sensei. This is Nadia.
Hello.
First of all, I'd like to say that, about the accountability partner, I would like to let everyone know that my husband is my accountability partner. So that was actually after the motivation that we had got from you, Sensei. So thank you for that. And my question that I would like to ask is, I would say, I really love the energy that you have when you speak, and the energy that you actually pass on to everyone. How can we actually bring about that energy into ourselves? When I address the people around me, I feel that I miss that energy. I don't know. I try to bring that, but I often feel that I'm not able to bring in that energy and that connection. Maybe sometimes, that energy level often brings in that connection is what I felt. So how can we bring in that energy?
Very simple. You use the word try. You right now, if you go and listen to the recording, you use the word I try. Never use the word try. If you try, you will never be. You're with me, Nadia? If you try, if you try, you will never be. I never try. I do it. I do it. Why do I switch off the camera? When I'm doing my presentation, I don't want people to look at me. You got me? I don't want people to look at me the way that I'm teaching. No, I want them to listen to me and listen and look at the video, because my purpose is very clear. You're with me? So whenever you do a presentation, or whenever you do any training, or whenever you want to speak, do not give yourself importance. Did I say my name is Farookh Sensei anywhere? Did I introduce myself? Sayyid Muhammad said that, Sensei, you have to introduce yourself or bring someone to introduce. Did I say that I'm Farookh Sensei? Did I talk about my experience? Did I say anything about me? Because I didn't give importance to me. You're with me? You're with me, Nadia? Yeah. So when you stand on the stage, you're complete, not 99. It has to be 100%. Your only objective and the only purpose must be to change people's life. And therefore, you have to talk in their language so that they can understand, not in your language. You go deeper to their language. Speak the language that they can understand. If you're talking to your subordinates, then talk in their language they can understand. Give them examples. Now, I know that you are in the UK. So if you're speaking to somebody who is a British, then you speak in the examples that they can understand. Don't give your examples. If you're talking to somebody who is an Asian who is there working under you, then talk to them in that language, that that frequency. And if you love what you do, I'll tell you, the energy automatically comes in. The energy automatically comes in, because my wife has attended only a couple of sessions of mine, live sessions, when I'm on the stage, and she said that I can't see you doing this anymore because the energy on the stage is different. I use my full energy, and she said I can't see this, the way that you're walking, the way that you're talking. I get the pain inside me, because when I am there, I'm in the flow. So be in the flow. If you're in the flow, I'll tell you, you'll forget about everything and you'll start. You become a part of it. I become a part of it. Now I'm a different person. When I do the presentation, I'm a different person. I just forget about who I am and I just talk. So give 100%. I'll tell you one thing. If you want to become rich, okay, this is a technique. Do you want to become rich, Nadia?
Yes, of course.
If you want to become rich, you give. If you give, you will. If you give, you will grow. That's a philosophy of my university, the Sensei University, our university. This is the principle: give and grow rich. If you want to become rich, just give. And whatever you saw right now, whatever the presentation that you saw that right now, I'm going to give it absolutely free on YouTube within the next 2 weeks. I'm going to give it absolutely free. Everything is going to be free now. I want to change people's life in Hindi, English, and Malayalam, 3 languages. Did I answer your question?
Yes, Sensei, that absolutely answers my question. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for the session.
My pleasure.
Very good evening, Sensei.
Good
It's
evening.
Ram. So here the question is, it's actually a very simple question, I'm sure. But for me, what happens is I want to change my current route, path, whatever I am doing. I want to completely change to something else. 2 things that is blocking me. One is there are multiple things comes across sometimes when I think about something new but I'm afraid to take it up. So that is why I'm not able to change, because it is now whatever I'm doing, it's a job. What I'm doing, it's just a routine. So I wanted to come out from that routine and do something differently, which is going to help me learn and grow. That is the purpose. Learn and grow, and which is going to give me more satisfaction, more healthy lifestyle, more the way you are showcasing your energy, because you said you love what you do. So that is the reason that you are able to enjoy your life each and every moment. So I need to come out from whatever I am doing, and I need to do something different, but I'm not able to identify what it is.
Right.
How do I change that?
Is it possible to do that? The answer is very simple. See, one thing, Mr. Ram, everything is simple. Okay, I'm a great believer in that. Everything is simple. The only thing is that you have to take action. If you're ready to take action, I can change you. Okay, I can change you if you're ready to take action. My one question would be, I know this is not a coaching session though, my one question would be, if you are, God forbid, okay, if you are being terminated from your company that you've been working right now, you said in Calicut, if you are being terminated today, what will you do tomorrow? Give me one answer. I want you to look in front of you. All the doors are closed. All the doors are in front of you are closed. You're completely, you are the bread earner, and every doors are closed. You're being out from the job. Which one door you think that you can knock and that will open? What is that? Give me only one answer. What is the possibility that you can become, or you want to become?
I always thought of doing some entrepreneurship.
Sorry, once again.
I always doing
don't bring any. I'm very straightforward. Okay, don't take it personally.
Okay,
I'm very straightforward.
Yeah.
Okay, don't bring your long stories. Okay, I want you to focus, because you have no time to waste, and there's only one opportunity in front of you. You don't have your certificates, you don't have your experience, nothing, no document, everything is burned off. Imagine that only you and your undergarments. Okay, imagine you and your undergarments.
Yeah.
And now with that, what is that one decision that you will take? You'll say that I can do it. I don't need any certification, but I can do it tomorrow. What is that one thing that you can do it tomorrow? What is coming in your mind? I want you to spit it out. What is that one thing that you can do? No certification, nothing, you alone. No people, nobody to help, but you can do it. You can still be strong and do it. What is that one thing?
not able to. Actually, there was a business earlier started, which is dropped in between, which I can restart.
No. Don't go to your back. This is going back to the same
Okay.
circle. You're going back to the circle. No, that's what I said. No stories, no backstories. All gone. One chance. If you're given a condition that you should not be speaking more than 30 seconds, what would be your answer? Don't bring the old stories, because your subconscious mind is taking you back. Forget about all those things. Give me, only one door is open. You got 30 seconds to speak. What is that one thing that you will do?
We can teach.
Very good. Work on that. As simple as that. Work on that. Can you make teaching a business? We make crores in Indian rupee per month teaching. You're with me? You can become a teacher and you can make lakhs and crores in a single month. It's not the old story. If you are digital, if you know how to teach digitally, even today there was universities coming to me and approaching me, can they use my stuff and so forth. If you can do things digitally, if you can record, I'll tell you, Mr. Ram, being a teacher is the blessed job and the blessed profession, because nobody can become a professional without coming to a teacher. Do you agree to that?
Yes.
Work on that, because your heart is taking you to become a teacher. Don't go and tell the old story again and again, because your mind wants to come up with something called the excuses. Don't go back to that. Don't dwell on your past. Look at the future. Look at that one single door which is open in front of you and do that. I'll tell you, the world will say, why do you want to become a teacher? But I know teachers who make crores. I know my own teacher who is just 39 years old. Okay, I'll tell you, he's only 39 years old. He's in the US. He's an Indian. He just made around about 200 PowerPoint presentation. Just 200 PowerPoint presentation. The PowerPoint presentation that you saw right now is more than 5,000. The PowerPoint presentation that you saw right now is more than 5,000.
Yeah.
I showed you only 100 and something PowerPoint presentation today. More than 5,000. For each and every subject, I got around about 2,000, 5,000 PowerPoint presentation itself in my duck. And this gentleman, he just took 200 PowerPoint presentation and uploaded it. He uploaded it.
Yeah.
And after 2 years, you know how much money he made? He made 17 million US dollars, which is around 442 crore Indian rupee, only for 200 PowerPoint presentation. How many of you can believe that? That's the power of teaching with the digital, not just teaching. Okay, teaching plus digital. If it's digital teaching and without being involved, without associating your time. Now I'm associating and tying up my time, but I'm recording this. I can put this into my LMS, learning management system, and I can make money after what I have taught you. You got me? So if you're passionate about teaching, make that your profession. I'll tell you, you'll enjoy that. That's when you'll start talking like the way that I'm talking right now, with full of energy, with full of enthusiasm.